The Joe Rogan Experience.
And it's very different than a street fight because you're agreeing to it and you're training for it. You've got this other person who's like training, you know they're scary as shit, and they're on the other side of the cage, and then you step in and the two of you are about to go to war. It's the nuttiest job in the history of the world. It really is. Other than war and being a firefighter or a cop, it is the nuttiest job in the history of the world. You're agreeing to throw bones at each other in front of the world, millions of people.
Yeah, people love it.
And today, they just announced the UFC just signed some crazy deal with Paramount Plus.
I saw that.
There's going to be no more pay-per-views. All the events are going to be available for everybody for free. Every pay-per-view, every fight card that they have from the Apex, which are my favorite.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be available for free. It's an amazing deal.
I think it's going to explode the sport even more.
Oh, my God. Through the roof. And it's a super smart move for Paramount.
Yeah.
What a great move to not just have the UFC for 7 years, but have it for free. Like, I don't think Paramount costs, but what? How much does it cost a month?
It's like $8 or $10, I think.
$10. So if it's 10, let's say it's $10. That's crazy. That's $120 a year. You could watch every UFC pay-per-view. 2 UFC pay-per-views is like $140, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Aren't they
Yeah,
like
I think
$70?
it's like $70. Yeah.
So you get all of them. Everything's free. That's incredible.
'Cause
This sport is going to go fucking hypernova.
Because the average person only knows about the stars. You know what I
Right.
mean? But they're kind of detached because they're only watching highlights. Now they get to actually watch about the stars. They're going to be so much more bought into the sport.
Yeah. It's going to be nuts. And it's such a smart move for Paramount because you have a built-in audience that's immediately going to jump over there. Because you have to renew your ESPN subscription anyway. You know? Like, you have to renew it. So just buy a Paramount subscription.
Absolutely.
By the way, ESPN has everything, too. It's great. I'm kind of bummed out, and I hope they don't lose the relationship that they had with ESPN with all their MMA shows. I hope they don't go like, fuck them, they went to Paramount. I hope it's like a mutually beneficial thing, like the UFC at least does some content still on ESPN, because I think that's also a big factor in pulling people from like casual viewers that watch other sports that might occasionally watch a UFC fight, and then they see like Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, and they're like, holy shit, and then they're hooked, right? It's like having that coverage on SportsCenter, that shit's huge. Having those post-fight shows on ESPN Plus, that shit is huge. For the real dorks like me, that's huge.
Yeah, I think even for like the average person that cares more about storytelling, you know? It's like maybe the wives are like, this is interesting to hear about the drama of their life a little bit and the hero's journey.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Well, it's unbelievably compelling when you watch 2 world-class fighters fight in a world championship fight.
Yeah.
Unbelievably compelling, you know? Like when you watch Sugar Sean O'Malley try to get the title back from Rob, that was so compelling.
Yeah.
Sugar Sean changes his whole life. Did you talk with him at all?
I haven't. I'm very curious. I would love to talk with him because I know he cut out weed, right? And he
cut out weed, stopped jerking off, I believe, and abandoned all social media.
Yeah.
Which is very fascinating. I might be wrong about the jerking off. I think I might have added that in there. But he recognized that this guy's a motherfucker. He's a completely different thing. Like, Merab is like a David Goggins in that respect, that he's so far down the path of pushing himself that it's almost like you're never going to catch him in that game. You know? Like 6 months of not jerking off and staying off TikTok, I don't think that's even close to enough.